shut your mouth. I saw that. I read that.
Yeah.
Save it for the pod.
That's why I didn't say what I said.
We're not allowed to talk to each other.
Yeah.
It feels so weird.
Oh, man, that's a good point. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of the American Beer Review Podcast.
Good times with good friends requires good beer. Lucky for us, we know how to pick all three.
We're a group of friends who grew up in the Pacific Northwest, giving us a jump start on our craft beer journey.
Join us today while Brian,
Alec,
and Chad
review some beer, talk about beer topics, and whatever else comes up. We invite you to pour yourself a drink and hang out with us.
Brian and I were talking last week at Daytona, and he's like, stop talking.
Save it.
Save it for the bottom.
And did it get used today?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
We were talking about drinking holidays, which we barely got into, but...
No, but sometimes you got to talk about it and then work the idea. Because sometimes you have an idea and
It's like
you don't,
shh,
if you
shh,
don't,
shh,
yeah.
Shut your face.
Yeah,
We're going to talk about it next week.
you have to be able to think through it so you can actually sit and talk to it on the pod and does not have it be a thought.
Right?
Some things. So boys,
A little bit of a callback here, right?
I know,
A multi-episode carryover.
I know, we're kind of putting a bow on a storyline that we unexpectedly started on the our return. Our
Yeah,
glorious
episode 8,
return.
right?
So I have in front of me 4 cans, not the country, but the beer. Well, alcoholic beverage,
Yes.
Norway.
Yeah.
So I'll pass these around. I have 4 flavors.
Okay.
We have mountain berry. We have cherry charge.
Are we each going to try
Uh,
one of them, or are we going to all
If
try
you guys,
the
if you guys
same?
want one that's kind of suits your fancy, have it. Or I was gonna pour I'm gonna pour myself a couple shot glasses,
As the
and I've got the raspberry run over here.
So you-
They
so you
are
have-
all.
Raspberry Run, Solar Citrus, Cherry Charge, Mountain Berry.
Yeah. And these are all 16 ounces at 4% ABV. I've got.
So
I bought.
one
I bought.
of them will be
Brian?
saved so that Brian can take a picture of it.
Listen.
Hey Brian, guess what? I bought 2 of each.
No,
Hey, there we
hey,
go.
drink them up. Let's go. All right, Mountain Berry.
I'm going to go with the Cherry Charge. I'm going to go Nordic Lemonade.
And so, oh my God, sweet baby Jesus.
Okay, so they came out a little spicy on that
Little
one.
hot, little hot.
Or it's just how Chad opens beverages.
Oh dear. You guys
All
talk
right.
amongst yourself.
So we covered Norway, like Chad said, several episodes ago. So this is the one that is destroying the environment.
No, this is
Undestroying the
this is
environment.
making it so I feel better about my
Yeah, this is the one
Greek
correcting
yogurt.
Brian's karma.
Dude, I'm actually so I'm holding Solar Citrus and Mountain Berry, and honestly, I can't decide of which one I'd want to.
So
I think I'm gonna try. You did what? The cherry?
So I did the Cherry Charge, the Nordic Lemonade.
Oh.
The seltzers sound pretty good too.
Oh, if yours is different, then I'll do one of the seltzers, and maybe we'll swap partway through
Yeah.
here.
So I did looking at this. So their Cherry Charge ingredients. Number 1 ingredient is whey
Yeah.
or milk, and then water, sugar, cherry juice, Meyer lemon juice, concentrate, yeast, lactase.
Well, and that whey is basically what we're talking about. Is
the byproduct of making Greek
Yeah.
yogurt or yogurt in general. And
Or
it's
like if you make homemade mozzarella, it's that
Mozzarella.
liquid. It's that liquid that's left over after you take out the milk solids.
Inspired by the Nordic tradition of fermenting whey from skyr. Ooh, strained yogurt. So I'm guessing that's what Greek
Yeah, so
yogurt is.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Into a
yes.
sparkling tonic, uniquely filled with electrolytes and vitamins. We blend ours with this one is cherry and lemon to create a refreshing hard Nordic lemonade to celebrate your daily adventures. And on it's natural electrolytes, calcium, potassium, zinc, and magnesium. I will tell my wife that I'm getting my vitamins.
Right, yeah,
today
I saw that
and
too.
Get out of trouble.
Lactose free, gluten free.
Yeah, so they do that. We did have that question. They do ferment out all the lactose.
So mine, The cherry charge is 4% ABV
So
they
all
all-
of them are.
They're all 4%,
4%.
so it's uniform across the line.
and 120 calories.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I got the what did I go with? Mountain Berry Seltzer.
Now I've got the raspberry run over here.
One of the things that I already like just by looking
Okay.
at it more than your standard seltzers, there's color to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
it's not like because that's the thing that kills me about these seltzers, like having them at a bar or doing it. Like
They're all clear.
I'm not. Yeah, you're walking around with like just there's just nothing fun
It
to
feels-
pouring into like
it feels chemically
Yeah.
like it's a clear thing that tastes like something. When you have something that has color and you're drinking it, it just feels more natural.
The third or fourth ingredient in mine is cherry juice.
Yes.
yeah. I got
I think-
whey, water, sugar,
And
and
then
boysenberry
yeah,
concentrate.
so it's like the fourth ingredient is
Yeah.
whatever the juice or the flavor.
It's interesting that it says it's lactose free because it does say it has lactase on in the ingredients on mine.
Well, milk is your first ingredient.
It's a solid point there. I see what you're saying.
So
Yeah.
I guess it's all fermenting out. Good thing the captain's not here to complain about having
Dude.
lactose.
This tastes like. I mean, this might surprise you. This tastes like my Greek yogurt, but like seltzery. Like I'm not mad about it. Like it's different. It's not your standard seltzer. So yours is lemonade. So I'm
Yeah,
intrigued
yeah.
to like.
Oh, you should try some of this.
Okay, I'll
Here,
have to switch it out.
I got the can.
Okay.
Take some out of the can.
Yeah.
Can you pass me the orange? I'm gonna put it in my shot glass. So my raspberry.
I think we might. Yeah. Let me grab another glass here.
Yep. This
We
is
got
the
lots of
first.
glasses.
This is the first quad kind of review we've
Yeah,
done.
where we got a ton of
Well, we're not even
options.
reviewing. This is our starter beer.
Oh, that's
because
right.
We mentioned them on our first episode back.
We have to do it up. We have to do it up. for
Yeah,
you guys.
I,
They had just opened up their online. Okay, no. They had just opened up their online store
Okay.
Oh,
a few weeks ago, and so this is probably. I don't want to say it is, but this
Ooh.
could be like the first Norway in
Right?
Washington.
okay.
Yeah,
Dude, I want to drink this lemonade one all summer.
This is pretty bomb.
you guys are gonna like the raspberry one as well.
Okay, so can you?
Give me a shot
I feel
glass.
bad at doing this, but like, talk to me about the price. You reaching for a glass and you just made a noise with your microphone.
Oh yeah, you got to do the squeeze and
Squeeze and
There you
twist.
go. There you go. Fix it.
So can you tell me about the damage on getting some of these shipped? Because that's the only way to get them, correct?
Yes, you went.
What are you looking
online.
for, Alec? That's the
Nope,
cherry.
nope, we got it. Got
Yeah,
it. Got
raspberries
it.
right there.
Just
Yep.
ignore me.
So I went on their website,
Mhm.
Norway, Norwhey, Norway. I think it was Norway.com. They and like a lot of smaller breweries now, they're working with third-party companies that
Yeah.
work with bottle shops to get it out to you. So technically, it's still only available in New York, but there's a couple bottle shops that work
That's the other lemonade one.
Yeah.
that are
Try
that are
this.
working with whatever third party to get this beer shipped over to us. That's about the depth of it. I think these were I want to say these were $6 or $7 off the top of my head without looking
Per
at them.
can.
Yeah, and then $20 in shipping, but for the content, I think it's well worth it.
One,
And I think so. If these do show up in the stores, I think they'll probably be in the same ballpark as a traditional kind of a craft seltzer.
I would love. I mean, I know that like we're talking about like the mix packs being all the rage. Like, if I walked into now knowing about this, if I walked into any place and they had this 4-pack of this,
Oh yeah, this is a slam dunk.
I would. I know this isn't our review beer.
I know.
But man, I would get this all the time. This is like it's
It's
more
definitely-
fun than the standard seltzers.
Yes,
Oh, absolutely.
and it is strong.
Bold flavor,
or
but not aggressive.
Saison.
Yes.
Ghost,
There is
kind
a
of
the
that
lemonade is
vibe.
definitely gives you that like
Yeah.
kind of like you're drinking like a sour beer.
So I've now tasted the raspberry, the cherry lemonades, and then the mountain berry seltzer.
Yeah.
The lemonades I prefer.
Yeah,
more.
I get that. Well, and you're the sour guy.
Yeah. The raspberry run, that was my ooh. when I tasted that one.
Mhm. Is that the one that?
That was
Oh,
yours.
No,
right?
that was Chad's.
Okay.
Chad had the raspberry.
Raspberry run is very good.
The raspberry one is
I'm liking that mountain
Awesome.
berry, just the seltzery one.
okay.
The lemonade to me, like,
It's made out of milk as the number one ingredient. It just blows my
Weird-
mind.
We're sitting here drinking fight milk. It's got vitamins and
Right?
minerals.
all right, give me that
It's-
citrus one since you opened it.
It's good for you. This
I'm gonna steal.
This
Yeah, this
this-
is a fun one. Like, this is just
This is not at all what I expected.
No.
When we first talked about this.
Ooh,
a few months ago.
that is interesting.
okay. So the
And I-
citrus one is actually like the closest
This
to.
is the clearest, seltzeriest.
It's still
looking one.
cloudy,
It
but
is
it's
a cloudy seltzer, but
yeah. Oh, that one smells more citrusy.
It's tangerine. I get
Yeah.
tangerine on it. Oh, it's
I think it's a good different from the other ones. The other ones have more similar
Yeah.
profiles, so this is a good variation.
because the rest of those. What was the Nordic lemonade with? Because one was cherry, one was raspberry. I
The other seltzers, they call it mountain berry, but it's like boysenberry.
okay. So kind of same.
That's the
thing.
one I started with. I would buy the crap out of these.
Yeah, I had to. Full disclosure, I did actually try the cherry
Oh, okay.
because it's made out of milk. It's made out of milk, so I had to make sure.
Yeah.
We weren't going to have a bad opening to this podcast, but I think the frenzy of can openings you two just did
So
that I just witnessed. I think this is a winner.
absolutely. So this is, again, is not our main
No.
review, but when we brought this up initially as a topic, and I think we touched on it a couple times, not making fun.
It was a meme.
Yeah, basically. I was expecting like a smoothie style IPA. I was expecting something thicker, a lot more heavier mouthfeel. The fact that these are so light, a
Yeah.
seltzer, a lemonade. I mean,
This is all lawnmower.
Oh, yeah, that's what the
4%, and that was the other thing. I don't know if we
the
covered it
lemonades
in-
for sure felt that way.
if we covered it, but this is the lemonade. So the cherry and the raspberry this is lawnmower beer for sure. This puts it in the same realm for me as a Gosa / sour drinker. Absolutely fills that same role. The raspberry is dope,
Raspberry is my favorite so far.
right?
I like the
They're all equally solid, but raspberry definitely.
I think as not being the preferred like lemonade sour, like I appreciate them. I really like the mountain berry, just being like more standard seltzery style instead of lemonade.
Well, and for a seltzer, if you gave this crushes any of the seltzers that are on the market,
I think so.
There's not that harsh corn sugar
chemically,
finish.
alcohol, feel. Yeah, it's going to be a couple percentage points lower in alcohol,
Super
but
crushable.
usually somebody who's going for a seltzer is not looking for a
The
super boozy.
The standards are like 5%,
Yeah, so you're under that, which is fine.
but you're getting a tall boy.
You are getting a tall boy, but this is something. And now it's a seltzer. I don't think your wife's grain free or gluten
She's
free,
gluten free,
but
yeah,
not
so she could have these.
milk free.
Cam could have these.
No, not when milk is the number
No,
one ingredient.
no lactose.
Sometimes you don't.
It
tempt
says
fate.
lactose free.
You just don't.
Oh, so we're believing everything else they put on the can, but we're not believing that one?
No, I'm believing that. I'm just not believing his gut.
It's placebo effect. You tell him if it's made from milk, his body's just gonna go, "Oh, milk."
Well, and my wife have a bad habit of finding stuff that she likes and buying it, putting it in the fridge, and then it never gets drank until I finally just run out of everything else.
Right.
This one I would gladly buy as like, oh, look what I got you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then a few weeks go by and she doesn't have it, and it's like, oh darn, look what I drank.
Yeah.
Like all summer, I would like this would be sitting on the back patio all the time. Man, I'm.
This if this wasn't so difficult to
That's the
acquire
thing.
out here,
Yes.
When this gets out here, because I think we all agree this is very good.
Well, and they're newish, right?
Yeah, like
when we started recording, they
Like
were like brand
months.
new, right?
the first article I could find of them actually getting set up was from like 2021. So this is
Oh, okay.
we're on the bleeding edge of milk-based booze products on this podcast.
Dude.
You heard it here first, folks.
No, this is another shut the podcast off right now.
Before we give away better ideas.
There's a lot of milk
A
being
lot of milk.
produced in the state of Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And
we could use some of that byproduct to create something up here.
So we're just stealing their whole.
Oh no, yeah, I'm
No,
blatantly.
we're gonna hop the living.
We'll call it like Westway or something.
And we're gonna hop the ever living shit out of it because we live in the Pacific Northwest and we need everything to taste like pine trees.
We can. I love what they've done with these flavors, and
Yeah.
based on what
I'm kidding, but yes, this is amazing.
Based on what we have read and talked about with the byproduct and how everything's created, this is not at all what I would have expected, but this is fantastic.
I think we came into it just like thinking it was a gimmick.
Yeah, kind of.
And
I was
and a low expectation
like
of the flavors.
a thicker, milky, stout, whatever. Because I don't think when we talked about it, we didn't talk about what the flavors were or any of that. We just hey, somebody's making beer or alcohol out of
Milk.
This is not what I would have expected. I don't know how they did this. It's a good thing they did not come out with this in the Middle Ages because they would be condemned for being witches.
Yes.
Because this is fantastic.
In the same vein as you guys, I am surprised not how good it is, but this feels so refined. Like they have this
dialed already.
dead nuts dialed in.
How long did they work on this before launching it, or were they like underground for a while? Or
I have to assume so. Like I said, the first article I found of them talking about this mad scientist turning milk into booze was like 2021. But I'm sure they've probably been involved in milk yogurt
iterations
forever.
or something.
Yeah. But it just comes down to lactose is a fermentable sugar, and yeast will turn sugar into hooch.
Yeah, it just turned out so much different than I would have ever expected. So this, I mean, raise my glass to Norway for figuring this out and capitalizing on a market where Brian feels better about not destroying the entire environment entirely.
Yeah.
And giving a very, very tasty. I mean, a 4-pack, and we could not open these cans fast enough.
No, like
to try.
If we didn't have other stuff like going on, like
this could be.
I'm sure all
full
four of those would have been crushed if we didn't have more weird beer to review.
All 4 of these will be crushed before we.
Yeah.
And it's good because you're getting vitamins. So,
speaking about weird beer, what do you got?
So this is kind of a mishmash of topics and things that
so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. But never mind. That's a tangent. We don't need to go around. As a person coming back, getting to the beer scene once again after a brief pause.
Again, we Brian and I.
Sorry about that.
Apologize.
That's okay.
Wholeheartedly
No,
that.
I forgive you guys, because if you guys didn't that, we wouldn't have ran into Norway.
Dude,
I think that's worth
totally
the
worth
price of
it.
admission. Right? Beer is weird now.
Like,
you've got juice.
We had a French toast beer.
No, that's
not
normal
weird. That's
compared
not weird.
to what's going on.
Like people would do darker style beers in flavors like that when we were kind of like, I was even making darker style weird flavored beers like with maple syrup and whatnot. But I'm talking about fruit flavors, like juicy flavor. sour smoothie beers, Sunday beers, chunky beers, marshmallow beers, just things that you would not associate with water, hops, yeast, and malt.
Oh, the Germans who
Yeah.
created the Reinheitsgebot are just like rolling in
Rolling,
their
yeah.
grave.
Their heads,
freaking out.
Yeah, their heads would explode.
Yeah.
But looking at it, is this is kind of a philosophizing about
Okay.
beer, because I
Mhm.
can't say the other philosophy. Oh yeah, philosophy. I can say it.
There you
Cool. Nice. Is this kind of is this market pressure, or is this market chasing the target market? Because we're now hitting our 30s and 40s. We grew up.
Whoa.
I'm the oldest one here.
We
No,
got
no,
we
no,
got
whoa, whoa,
another
whoa.
year or two.
We're not hitting 40s.
39's hitting in September, boys. It's rough.
So
It's rough.
we got some time.
Yeah.
I'm just getting to 30.
But thinking
Wait.
back, huh?
You're not just getting to 30.
38. I was trying to do the math
yeah,
on my own age.
Yeah, you're a little behind.
That that's the dementia setting in. So
Yeah, the cold creep of it. But like when we were growing up, elementary school, middle school, like if you got candy, or it was candy day, it was Smarties, it was Airheads, it was sour, was all the sour tart, sweet tarts.
okay, I see where you're going.
Like that was what candy was. It perceived to be. Oh no, you need that, Martin.
Yeah. All 4 tires are necessary to win the race.
Yeah, that's rough, buddy.
Focus.
No, we are focusing. We're having fun. It's weird beer. Is that why? Are they trying to chase us for that nostalgia, or is it these Gen Z kids
Okay,
coming in and going, "Hey, you grow"? They're coming in for their first taste of beer. They're hitting their 2021s. Is that to capture them, or like? Because when we, like what we said, we waxed poetic when we first started drinking beer. It was, ew, what's beer gonna taste like? Oh, it's gonna taste like shit. But then you're gonna love it.
You get a taste for it, yeah.
Is that a steep a hill to climb if a person's first beer is a mango and marshmallow smoothie IPA? Like where they take the hop that there's so much flavor punching you in the face that the malt and hops is no longer equation if you want a potent potable that is called beer.
All right, so in my heart of hearts, I want to believe that they're just expanding on what the current trend is. I want to believe that they're not going, and not want to, but I truly believe that they're not going after the young beer drinker the same way the tobacco industry did with the cotton candy vapes and things like that. I don't think even as a early college student, whatever, early beer drinker, that I would be going after a I don't know that I would have gone after a Mountain Berry Norway seltzer or a Marshmallow beer. I was going after whatever was cheapest.
Yes.
So I want to believe, and do believe, based on the price point as well, is that they're going after a beer drinker who's looking for something different. Somebody who's looking to expand from drinking either macro beers, or they've been into IPAs, and hey, we got something that's a little funky, a little bit different. We can expand on that. But a part of it is, yeah, you're going after people who are just getting into drinking. And what's a Bud Light going to taste like if you've only had soda your entire life? Or not just soda, but you know what I mean? Like that's the farthest out you've got. We've got a beer that kind of tastes like a soda.
Yeah.
So here you go. A little bit of a gateway. I just don't know that there's double the price point between those and what a light beer is going to be is the threshold. I don't know, Brian. Thoughts? You've been
Yeah.
quiet.
I agree with you a little bit in the fact that, like, I don't think it's predatory in the aspect of, like, you talked about tobacco and doing those types of things. I don't think it's that, but I do think that there is some of it being that there is a younger generation who has access to way more things.
Right.
That, your 21 to 25 or 26-year-olds have way more options.
Right.
And so in that, if you are a beer brand, you're having to kind of find what is going to draw them in. And like we've talked about before, anybody who poo-pooed the idea of a hazy
Oh, right.
are now full on board. They're in the hazy game and they're doing it. Think about all the breweries who have jumped in on creating their own seltzer.
Right.
And so I think that these variations are an outgrowth of that, but I also think that, like, there's not as many people who are making their name based on these quote unquote weird beers.
No, it's an expansion of their brand. It's not their core.
Yeah, and there's some. I think it's like something like 450 North is known like as making just smoothie beers. Like, they're the ones that I've talked about before. They're like, I literally had a beer that was supposed to taste like Coca-Cola.
Right.
And like that's a thing that you're trying. But what I think they're doing in general with these like different flavors is, like, beer was the everyman drink,
Okay.
but now there's way more options for different things.
Right.
And if you want to continue to survive as an organization, you have to decide who your client is and what you want. And some, you can be in a place and you just make regular beers, and that's going to work for where you're at.
Right.
And other places need to do something different and weird, and that's what's going to draw their people in. I've talked about it before, but like the funky stouts, the smoothie beers, the different things, like, my sister goes to a particular craft bar more than I go to like tap rooms on my own, because one, it's by her work on her way home, and her friends go, but like she can get those things.
Right.
And it has created a beer client of someone who was not traditionally that. And it's made it more open. And you talk about the like Gen Z people that they're gonna, like, what I've heard from
Okay.
other podcasts where there's a Gen Z person on it, you have seltzers, you have RTDs, you have some funky weird stuff, and you have macro light beer. That's it. That's what they're drinking.
Right.
And so if you're a craft brewery, you have to find
How to draw them in.
yeah.
And when you talk about, are you luring the youth into drinking, which we've gotten so far, I mean, I feel like we've gotten further away from Hard Mountain Dew
Yeah.
is the segue.
Or the new Monster.
Yeah,
The Unleash the
Right.
Beast.
Unleash
Right.
the Beast.
So those are flirting a
It's-
lot more
yes.
with.
Yeah.
Especially when they're being set allegedly. People have talked about it. I don't know if it's confirmed, where they've been put on shelves next to the regular.
So
Oh, yikes.
we
Yeah.
Can't do that.
we don't have it in our state.
No.
And it's regulatory issues. I think I
Yes.
talked to you guys about
Mhm.
it. The Pepsi is going to distribute it, and they don't have an alcohol
Yeah.
distribution license in Washington state, so it's going to take a bit of time there. So we'll see where they end up positioning it. When energy drinks first came out,
Mhm.
I remember getting carded for energy drinks.
Yeah. Buying a Rockstar.
Yeah, buying a Rockstar, and they're like, "Where's your ID?" And I'm like, "I'm 17." Like, sure, but there's no alcohol in it. They just didn't have it. I wonder how many of these, especially, and I don't want to throw them under the bus, but a Hard Mountain Dew, how many of the cashiers are even going to realize
Pay attention.
that that's
Well, it dings.
booze?
It
It will
for some
but-
of them. Yeah.
Okay, but
But if
I
you're
got
at-
carded. I got
but
carded
if-
for an NA beer.
But if you're at an independent C store,
0.5.
you're not going to have that built-in technology that you might not have that.
But also, where's the training at? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
how many of them are just going to go, well, that's dumb. Why did that come up? This isn't a beer.
It's a Mountain Dew.
It's a Mountain Dew. It'll come along with time.
I'm
but
sure the artwork will be greatly varied up. I mean, obviously,
you?
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful, but yeah, I'm cynical about it.
I think they're playing on the exact same artwork. That's the only reason you would bring in a hard Mountain Dew is you were playing on the brand that you have established.
No, you're right. Yeah.
I mean, it's not different enough. I just pulled it up. I mean, it says hard right on the picture, but like
no shot.
It's. I mean, it does say like it's got a percentage right on there, but like I don't think it's that different enough. But again, like those ones aside, because to me that although I think that one's made by Boston Beer, but like that's different to me than these smoothie beers and these things.
Yes,
I think that the smoothie beers, I think that the seltzers, like that, it is breweries trying to just expand their profile to be able to reach further people. You can have a brewery who says like I brew what I want to drink.
Yes.
Hey, that's good if you also have the customers that are willing to buy that. And at some point you have to decide what you're going to do. And if you can bring in enough customers who also want to drink the things that you drink, you're good to go. If not, like you have to do some different things. Like there are beers, like cucumber sour, right. I don't love. I just watched somebody review a pickle beer yesterday, and that is disgusting to me. But like that person was super into it.
I have a pickle.
I was gonna say
I have a pickle sour recipe.
Thor was high-fiving me right there.
Keep that business away from me. But like that's my point though.
YouTube video, the guy's making it.
But if there is like, if it's gonna keep your business going and you get to make the beers you want on the side, like it is what it is, man. Like I think there's just this variation of like finding out what works. I mean, listen, kids these days are wild. They're doing some weird stuff and trying to figure out what's working for them.
Right.
This is just because we talked about this and Alec didn't really know about it. This is my chance to bring in the Borg.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Other than, are you referencing Star Trek?
No.
I didn't think
so. I posted an article. I forget how. Oh, no. I'll pull up the tweet. So it came up about the fact of like.
Because they just assimilate other cultures and they have the cubes that fly around. And
dude.
Resistance is futile.
Yeah.
What in the world?
You never watch Star Trek?
No.
I am the Thetis of the Borg.
Yeah. No, I do not watch Star Trek. Okay, so.
Now you just offended half of our audience.
Nerd.
Yeah, because, Thor's already offended the other half.
Hey, I did finish The Rings of Power.
And?
Whoever wrote the Durin storyline in the Mines of... Was it the Mines of Moria?
Yeah.
Or
I believe so, yeah.
Seriously?
Whoever wrote that storyline between them and the growth there should have written the rest of it, because that's what was throwing me off. I could tell the different storylines were written by different.
Peter Jackson had nothing to do with it, which was
I know,
probably a piece of it.
But whatever part of the writer's room wrote that section, should have written the rest of it, because it was too completely. That's what was throwing me off. Like originally, I said I just couldn't get it. It was the pacing between the two different stories.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like seriously. Okay,
anyway,
back to
Brian
somewhat
has beer stuff.
Anyway, it's beer. It's not quite beer, but so this is a tweet from Dave Infante, who I forget who he writes for, but he writes on beer a lot. It says, "Beer industry analysts, we're seeing customers trade up to 19.2 ounces, even 22 ounce cans, due to perceived quote unquote bang for buck value. 19-year-old frat heads, hold my Borg." It then links to an article about a Borg, which I believe is called like Blackout Rage Gallon.
Okay.
And there is a TikTok video, which is rather fascinating, of someone explaining, I know you can watch it without having TikTok, what a Borg is. And they basically take a water, like a gallon jug of water.
Okay, I know what that is.
You pour a third to a half out of water.
Are we going to get canceled?
No.
Okay.
You then put in your liquor of choice, and most people put in vodka.
Okay.
This particular person had a like a not overly sized, like a standard bottle of Tito's, not a gallon, not like a big one.
They had a fifth of Tito's. They put
Yeah,
a fifth of Tito's in a
but no,
gallon water
they
jug
only put a third of the bottle in.
for the TikTok. You know the rest of it is going.
But so then they put in Mio, like the flavoring water. They
Okay.
then this person put in like Celsius, which is like an energy water
Okay,
drink,
yep.
and then Liquid IV. Shook it all up, drank it, or then said like, this is their drink for the day. Basically, it is like the all-day drink to go walk around like a tailgate lot.
Yeah, but you're carrying around a gallon jug.
Yes.
Yes.
There are multiple layers to it. So I talked to a few people about this.
Before we unravel this onion, can you hand me that Mountain Berry can?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna need a top off on something
Oh yeah, the Mountain Berry is pretty. Actually, I have the orange one here.
Raspberry
So
run.
the in some ways it sounds terrible, but also like to me, if that's what you're drinking, like if you're doing it for a tailgate day, like that's actually not that much alcohol.
No, and you're staying hydrated because if
Right?
3/4 of it at least is water.
Water
You're gonna
and
be,
Liquid IV, you're getting the electrolytes and stuff in there.
yeah.
Like there's
plants need electrolytes.
actually some smartness to it. The other thing that I've seen some people listen, compared to college drinking habits, I think this is a smarter version.
You never poured a gallon of vodka into a watermelon
No.
and then ate it the next day?
No, the hot thing when I was in college was buying the gallon jug of I forgot what his name was on the cheap
Oh, not Captain
the
Morgan,
wine.
but
No, like they would buy a gallon of
Carlo
wine.
Rossi?
Yes, they buy a gallon of Color Rossi and put it in a Camelback. That
Oh,
was
God.
the hot thing
Walk
at the time.
around campus.
Yeah, to
Well-
carry, or go party hopping with a gallon of booze in a Camelback.
the thing that this one also kind of got me is that though this is a drink like I've seen guys doing it, but mostly it's girls. But they then are making their own drinks and carrying their own drink with a lid on it the entire day.
Smart.
And that's like, so there is like, and we were talking like college drinking smart. Like we're not talking like,
Actually intelligent.
yes,
Yes.
but you know what I mean? Like there's, in some aspects, I'm like, I kind of see what you're doing. And I think like, not your healthiest move, but at the same time, like there's some, okay.
Okay, well, if we're talking your healthiest move, alcohol is not
Oh yeah, that's
usually
but like,
included in that. But what? Yeah, no, I
I mean,
can
it's,
see it, and
They should have called it Romulan Ale.
called it what?
Romulan Ale.
you didn't watch Star
You
Trek.
you wouldn't
Oh
get
my
it.
God, another.
Somebody in the comments will explain it to Brian.
I get it. I did a similar
things?
thing. No. I did similar things and I still do.
I just wouldn't make sure it gets on CNN.
Well, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
but mine was
I'm not going to do a national news interview about this jug of booze.
Y'all,
concoction.
they did it on TikTok
I
for
know.
their people. Like,
Mine
it's-
was more along the lines of, I'm going to drink 40 ounces
Oh yeah.
of whatever, booze, water, liquor.
Hour of power.
Yeah. No. Just over the next, whatever,
Yeah.
2 hours, I'm going to drink 40 ounces. If it's 75% water, I will make it through the rest of the night.
Yeah.
If it is just a handle of Jack Daniels, I will be in bed by the end of that hour and a half or whatever.
See, that's why I'm giving them some credit.
I am giving them credit, but I'm not giving them credit.
I would my personal add to it would be throw some ice cubes in it.
So that's
Ooh, there you
Because
go.
if you're because they were all wearing shorts, so I assume it's warmer weather area.
Spring break in.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as that jug hits
the other
room temp, I'm out.
the
I'm
other
out.
place I heard people talking about this is the one person goes, "So am I the old person by saying, can I bring also like a Yeti of ice cubes to keep putting in there
Oh,
all
there you
day?"
go.
Because like, yes, I agree.
Yes.
That's the only downside.
Well, and carrying a gallon jug of water around.
It doesn't stay a gallon all day.
No, it doesn't.
Man,
but you got a giant thing that you're
Dude.
carrying around and drinking out of. I mean,
I
Thor-
carry not a gallon, but I carry a water bottle around all day.
Backpack of beer. I mean,
Sure,
a little more convenient.
Thor's beer belt.
I think,
Dude,
maybe there
The
will.
amount of people I see at tailgate walking around with like a 30-pack that they're Oh wait, never mind. That was us walking down the strip.
The strip in Vegas, yeah. But we made.
But it gets lighter. I mean, that's the thing. It gets lighter throughout the day.
It does, but you look like an asshole the entire time.
So that's why, if this was a thing when we were in college, I would have been the guy who would said, "Oh no, you need to make 2 to even out the weight distribution."
So you're
on
drinking
both
2
sides.
gallons of your.
It's like Edward.
Orange?
Yeah, wait till they figure out Edward
44
Borgy
hands.
Yeah, Edward Borgy hands. Oof. Ew.
That sounds terrible.
God, that does sound awful. Oh.
Do you know what doesn't sound terrible?
Another beer.
Yeah, but like
You want
I
some-
say that.
Do you guys want to get weird?
Yeah, but it's time to get weird.
Let's get weird. So, hailing out of North Dakota,
So these are 2 different ones.
these are from
So
the same brewery.
Same brewery, different beer.
Yeah.
So just a heads up on that.
Which one are we gonna do?
You got the chunk in your hand.
Yep.
Let's start with that,
Unleash
that's
the
fine.
chunk. So from Drekker Brewing out in North Dakota, who on their website, we make weird beers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So yeah,
So this is.
Oh my god,
So you have in your hand
It is a
chunk.
chunky beer.
dude, that is orange.
This is chunk, capital, all capitals, chunk, mango and marshmallow Sunday sour.
So I'll have to double check.
I'll give you the deets here real quick.
But-
Run it because I just handed you the can, so I got nothing other than this glass
so
in my hand.
so we got a pint. Like I said, chunk Sunday sour with mango and marshmallows. Attention, contains a significant amount of fruit, so please keep cold at all times.
Okay, so CHONK is a brand that they do. So this is which one?
This is the Sunday sour with mango and marshmallows.
Oh, mango. Okay, so CHONK mango marshmallow is what it is. So it's
Oh, my
classified.
sweet baby Jesus.
What?
Did you
the-
just
what
spill
the-
again?
No.
No, it's just
No, I
the
couldn't.
color.
No, it's thick.
Yes.
Why is it thick? Look at this. Ew.
Oh, because you're at the bottom. That's the difference too.
Is it
Okay.
a Sunday beer?
I'm good.
For a lot of these, you probably shouldn't always get to the bottom of the can.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Yeah. Daddy.
Which
Yeah.
we talked about it. I
Get in
listened
there,
to
boys. Get in that.
one of the last podcasts and go, well, you don't pour the whole can in. I'm like, what are we, Frito-Lay? We're only selling 75% of a bag of chips because the rest is filled with air. I only get to drink 3/4 of my beer because you're telling me there's sediment at the bottom.
I would not pour that last ounce, or sometimes.
But that's what I'm saying. Are you selling me a full beer or are you selling me 3/4 of a
Hey,
beer?
bro, you can do what you want. I'm just telling you the flavor is going to change. So, Drekker is a brand that I recognize. I've seen it a lot around. I don't know if I've ever had any of their stuff. But like this is orange. It looks like orange juice. It
That's
looks like
exactly what I was going to say.
it looks like processed orange juice.
orange juice, like a no pulp orange juice
Yeah.
in the glass.
And the bottom of it looks like the pulp orange juice. This
Yeah.
is like an orange Julius.
So I like it. I'm looking at the can now.
Mm-hmm.
So the malt, the hops, blah blah blah.
Oh
that's the
my
normal stuff. The
God.
Flora is a house, blah, blah, blah. But what I like is number 4 is they have gimmicks.
What do you mean?
So
Oh,
on the can it says gimmicks: mango, marshmallows, lactose. So they're going. We know it's a gimmicky beer.
Yeah.
These are the gimmicks.
um,
So let me.
it's very marshmallowy.
Is it?
Yeah.
That there was a flavor in there, and then as soon as I went, oh yeah, marshmallow.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But
That
it's-
is.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's marshmallow.
Oh.
It almost overpowers the mango. Not
A little
almost,
bit,
not
yeah.
almost.
It's there.
Yeah, that is a lot more mallow
Get your butt
than
off the bed. Come on,
You
man.
expected.
Hey,
well
on
than
your bed.
mango even.
Get on your bed. Get on your bed.
Ooh,
You just like.
so drinking out of the can. So we're drinking
Why?
the bottom.
Why did you?
Well, you got
do
you
that?
got it. You got it top to bottom.
Well, Chad said, "Hey, look at the bottom of it." Oh,
Yeah, I'm
right.
thickening mine up a little bit.
Oh
here.
yeah. Oh yes. Get that in your belly.
I-
Look at it.
Yeah,
separates.
there's.
That is a interesting beer. Where's this out of?
North Dakota.
They get bored there.
There's not a lot to do in North Dakota unless you're farming or
Sorry,
working on
Phil.
an oil rig.
Good.
I'm processing.
I'm trying to figure out how to.
what I just drank.
It's so funky and weird.
Right.
Like I just want to know like the thought process that you end up with this beer. Like, well, and so like I said, this is CHONK is a
Here, Drekker Brewing Company, their website. The first thing you see is "Let's Get Weird." That's the thought process.
yeah, it's a CHONK is a like a brand. They do a bunch of different versions of it.
Okay.
So this one on Untappd says our favorite hefty boy is back. The other thing that you may not realize, this is a 7.2%.
Oh yeah, you skipped that part.
I didn't see that on the can, but
Yeah. Yeah, there's still like I feel like we've poured a lot out. There's still some weight in this can.
Some heft. It's almost like you should shake it before
I
you.
didn't see this shake instructions, but if I
it's on here.
I'd give it a.
It doesn't say shake.
You should roll it.
I'd give it a roll.
All right. Well,
So-
let me roll the next one.
Yeah,
So
start
that we-
rolling the next one. So this says separation is normal. So that probably could change the variations here. I would just put it on the table and roll it. Like literally just, yeah.
I'm rolling. Don't
Give
touch me
can
on
Have
my
you-
rolling.
give
Have you
can a
ever-
gentle roll or two before
Don't you know
opening.
how to roll a can of beer?
I love that the hops are on here. Like, bro, we can't
Yeah,
taste the
they
hops.
give you everything.
No,
they
that's
got
what
the
I'm
malt
saying.
bill and everything.
That's what I was going through. The hops, the
yeah.
grain bill, all of it, and I'm going. The only thing that sticks out is gimmicks. Oh man, this one's got.
Whoa, why is there that
This one's weirder.
Okay,
dude? Oh, okay.
let me finish this.
Yeah,
How bad am I getting in trouble for this one?
I think that's like I think it's in the same ballpark.
No, for the first one.
Yeah, it's in the same ballpark.
What do you mean getting in trouble? Like booze wise?
Booze wise?
Yeah.
Before he pours himself another half glass.
Yeah.
There was marshmallow and mango overall.
Yeah.
Pretty satisfying.
Mango
Sick.
on the finish.
I might
but
run. I gotta figure out this another glass situation. Is that yours? You got that one?
It's clean. I got.
You gonna use that one?
Yeah, just gonna reuse it.
I'm like way behind here.
We're getting weird today to start intermixing.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you the
Okay, so now
the
Alec,
orange Norway is a nice
that nice palate
mixer.
cleanser.
Yeah.
yeah, between the two.
And so now Alec is pouring
Brains. Double fruit smoothie. Sour. Oh man, I'm gonna like
peach, apricot, golden berry smoothie sour.
this. Nope. You got the wrong one. This
Yeah,
is,
that's not-
This is mango lime coconut.
Fair enough. I think they have. I must have pulled the
And
other.
then-
I think there's two different versions of brains.
Could be. And then on the gimmicks, it has mango, more mango, lime, more lime, coconut, more coconut, sea salt, lactose, and vanilla beans. So, and contains a significant
there's-
amount of fruit.
So you've again found another. Oh my god.
Yeah. So this is another series.
Yeah, it's another series because there's when it comes to brains, there's mango, orange, banana, strawberry, and guava. I'm not there yet. Pass it to Thor. Passion fruit, orange, guava. Which one is this? Mango, peach, apricot.
This is the mango lime coconut.
Oh god, I
Mango,
can't find
lime,
it.
Coconut.
Oh my god.
Mango, lime, and I wouldn't have expected mango, lime, coconut to be that
That-
color.
This one's even thicker.
It's the mango.
I cannot find it.
Oh well.
Oh
Well,
god, there's one called Oregon Brains.
Oh my god. This is ridiculous.
It's like a smoothie.
This is
Well,
ridiculous.
and that's
This is like an orange Julius. This is like
Yeah.
going back.
I mean, it
old
it
school.
is. It says it's a smoothie. It told you it's a
I
smoothie.
know. I know. It just,
I know. We know. But beer shouldn't be thick. It is, but it shouldn't be.
Let's get weird.
We're getting weird here.
What is the ABV on this?
Let me just like. I can't find this beer. I'm
Holy
struggling.
shit, that shouldn't be as good as it is.
Oh, how do I? There we go.
Oh nope, you're not getting any of this.
I just give me the.
Nope. This is
There's one in the garage for you. You can go have the garage one.
Where's the?
It-
I can't find this.
it-
All right,
the-
man.
If you're looking for info on the
Ooh.
can,
I'm overwhelmed.
yeah, you just need to drink. You need to
Oh,
quit
there it is.
looking.
this is insane.
Dude, this Like, this is weirdness off the rails here today. Like,
So I don't know if the first one would have been as weird if I had rolled it like I did this one.
oh,
You know what I mean?
like you mean
'Cause
like,
the first one I just poured, and then the
and
end
then
of
the
it was thick,
thickness is all
and this
there.
one I
But
rolled.
the flavors on the first one were safe. You were just dealing with a mango and a marshmallow with the lactose in
Yeah,
it. So
no.
you're already thinking it was gonna be you're gonna get some of that milk umami. You tell me
That's his
mango,
favorite word to
mango
throw in there.
Milk is not umami. I don't think you know what that word means.
I heard it's a $5 word. I heard it once, and I'm gonna
And
use
you are
it whenever
getting
I
your
can.
money out of
Yeah.
it.
No,
Dude,
but-
your glass is separating. Like,
yeah.
I know.
Keep
This
swirling
is-
your glass. But mango, lime, and coconut.
oh, this is thick.
Yeah.
I don't get the sea
didn't-
salt, but maybe it's
really.
balancing out the mango.
There's a
little
lot of
bit.
other stuff going on there.
Wait, you have other cans of this though?
Mhm.
Oh, he won't after today.
Yeah, there's take home.
Okay, I'm finally getting into this one because I just got stuck with the
Oh
chonk.
my goodness. We're just gonna. This is great content right here. We're just.
What in both of them there's a smell I can't quite place.
So this one I'm hitting coconut.
Is that it's
Is
not
what's-
coconut.
I mean, it's.
The one I'm catching in this one is coconut.
I think the smell is being thrown off by how much stuff is in the beer.
It's
Like it's blocking off the aroma because it's so thick.
and it's still listed as an ale.
I'm also coming off of COVID, so my sense of smell is kind of still.
I never
shot.
lost my smell. See, and this man, it just goes back to that conversation that we were having earlier in this
It's
podcast.
so good.
Of
This is
like-
insane.
It shouldn't be.
But
this
think
good.
of the
It's
people.
like
That's the thing. But
this-
think about the people that this is bringing in. Like, think about who. I mean, this is allegedly beer.
It's
I mean,
exactly. It's
this-
exactly what it
this,
is.
this is being made in North Dakota, where
How did North Dakota figure out this kind of stuff?
This
this is what happens when you just have nothing
How
to
many
do except-
Tulsas
I mean,
do they have in North Dakota?
look at that.
All of North Dakota.
Okay,
Oh, right. Hey,
listen, we cannot
can we not
eliminate
pick another
entire
fight?
states,
Can we wait a couple episodes before we pick a
but
fight?
they are probably at one Tulsa.
Okay, thank you. That's
Yeah.
it. I figured at most the whole state's 1.5 Tulsas.
But the fact that
I'll
These-
call Phil.
but the fact that Drekker is out here making this some
I mean, look at that.
But like,
Sticking to the side of the glass.
yeah. But that's the thing that I was trying to get at earlier is this is a brand that I know and recognize from being in bottle shops and seeing
Okay.
it. I have never purchased one of them on my own.
This.
But you're running like you probably tavored these.
yes,
You can get Drekker in some bottle shops out here.
yes.
Like it's available in certain ones.
These were,
I mean, you're talking
these
like
these were fresh drops. So they're
Okay.
like, oh hey, we just made this. Boom. Let's get
you're
'em on.
probably talking like $8 a can.
Yeah, about there.
Yeah,
But
I
there's-
actually was
there's-
at,
There's $8 worth of stuff,
and that's the
inside that
thing.
can.
That's the thing. And I was at a brewery yesterday, and they have their own smoothie beers, and I meant to grab one because they only sell them in the can. And I meant to grab one and take home with me, and I forgot. But it runs, I think $8.50 a pint if you
Yeah.
drink it in house. So
if you talk about gateway for Gen Z,
yeah,
This
this
That's-
is
yeah.
right there.
I mean, I won't say my sister's age, but she's not Gen Z. But this is her jam. Like these are what she has when she goes to places, and that's where this is my point of like,
Not the stout sister, the other
say
sister.
no, same sister.
The
It's
stouts
either
and
stouts
these?
or this.
Okay.
Those, and now I'm trying to get her into the like hazies because I feel like that's
drink some regular beer.
but this is the thing is like I think for too long people have tried to gatekeep beer of like you
Okay,
either have
yeah, no, I
to
can
drink
see that.
this stuff that we like or you're not in the club. And I think people like Drekker and 450 North and some of these others were like, "Hey man, I hear you. That's cool. I'm gonna make some weird stuff, and I'm gonna call it beer, and
weird.
you can't stop me.
I-
And they've made a business. They've made a legit like. They're doing it. Like they've found a way for all
And-
this to like
And
work
they are opening up a new facility, kind
Yeah.
of that has like restaurant and everything. You know what they're calling it? Brewhalla.
Oh,
I mean,
there you go.
they're hitting all the buttons for me. I love it. I love
Well,
it.
if you ever find yourself in North Dakota,
I like.
so
You never know.
Okay, we've talked about road trips.
ooh, that'd be a hard sell, man.
I've driven across North
It'd give me a
Dakota.
reason to go to
It's-
North Dakota.
It's very flat.
I'm trying to. I think I drove back east one time, and I was like in one of the Dakotas.
It's
probably south.
Okay, so like I said, we have a
We have a mutual friend. Yeah,
who goes back to
you don't know which Dakota it is.
exactly.
Yeah,
Dakota.
No, he goes to North Dakota. So
Is it North Dakota?
He's gonna have to carry his. He's either gonna have to drive back or pack his.
Wait a
carry-on
second.
with some Drekker.
They just
Why
came back
have we not
this
figured
week.
this out sooner? We know someone who goes to the Dakotas,
Correct.
and we have not.
Well, but to be fair,
To be fair,
I hadn't cracked the can on the Drekker. If I had
True,
cracked this when it
true.
arrived,
when's the next time
he-
we're going to see him?
They just flew back last week.
Dang it!
well, there's plenty of time prepared then.
Like this is
Okay, so I wrote this outline. Oh, weird beers, blah blah blah. I think the conversation we had at the beginning would be completely different if I had the brains before writing all of it.
oh
maybe.
Because I get it now. Like what you put two and two together for me. I recognize that it like deep down inside all that thick mango
Dude.
and lime and coconut. There's beer there.
Yeah.
There's a little itty bitty seed of beer. I could totally see myself as a freshly minted 21-year-old going buying a can of something weird like this instead of the 6-pack Keystone Light that I did at midnight.
you're going to
Okay.
get one of these and buy some
The
Keystone
6-pack.
because you can't afford. This is only 6%,
or I'm going
and you
to the-
can't
or I-
afford.
But I'm going to the single section and I might be buying a single can of something weird.
To get you
'Cause I
started.
don't-
That's
because
your starter.
because I don't know what beer is. If
Yeah.
I go,
Yeah.
oh, I like mango, I like fruit, I like sour tart flavors. I'm going to go buy a 19 or a 16 out of the single section because there's single can sections now. There used to not be single can sections for
There
your kids.
was no-
I
sort
want
of,
to.
but-
I want to drink this beer. Like this is tropical. Like I want to drink this beer by sitting by a pool at 70 degrees.
I was gonna say we've said it multiple times. Maybe we should get a couple cans of this for Damn House.
No, this is
Yeah.
Dan House
Like
beer.
outside,
like
90
yeah,
degrees.
that's what I'm saying.
by the
Like
pool
it's like you
or
just
in the-
poured yourself.
in the
It's like you
pool.
just poured yourself a like a
I wa-
slushy margarita.
I wonder how it would be over like some on the rocks or some shaved ice.
which
over
is
time.
crazy for a beer. I know,
but it would thin it out. It
Yeah,
would
no,
thin it out.
It's I wholeheartedly agree
Yeah.
with you, but
You disagreed on everything before, and now you get it.
no. Like poured over ice and whatever,
Yeah.
but that's such a bizarre thing to say about
A
putting
beer.
a beer.
putting beer on ice.
All right, where's this
Again.
fit into your fridge?
I put beer in quotes, but I get what you're saying.
I'm
Yeah,
Yep.
it's tough.
it's tough. It's tough.
I'll jump in here. I'm gonna buy more of these now. I think I'm gonna try.
If you see them,
I know. I think the spot here on South Hill, and I don't care saying them. Rainer Growlers on South Hill.
They have 'em?
great tap house.
Yeah.
They now have like more fridges than they used to. I bet you they have a couple cans in there, and I will guarantee Peaks and Pints in Tacoma, who has massive fridges. Theirs are categorized by location.
okay.
And so they have mostly Washington, Oregon, then California, and
How
then
many Tulsas?
what do you mean?
I'm just asking. How many Tulsas
Of beer do they
yeah,
have? How many
Tulsa
different
beers?
breweries?
Yeah.
They probably have 40 or more Tulsas.
They have
God.
40 Tulsas.
Different breweries in their fridges.
That's impressive.
Didn't we just establish Tulsa as a 10 beer town?
Yes.
So you're saying there's
Okay.
There are 9,000 breweries in America. They probably have.
Oh, I meant how many beers from Tulsa do they have? In the
Oh
store?
no,
Okay. Yes. Okay.
no. They might have a Tulsa. They might have a 0.1 or
Okay.
2
Okay.
Tulsa in there, but that's also saying a lot. Getting back to my point, I've seen them in there. I've seen these in there, and so like now instead of just kind of just okay, that's for like those people. Man, I might put one in every
What
six
do you
pack
mean
now.
by those people?
I mean, like my sister, the people
Okay,
who like
yeah, yeah.
are not your traditional beer people. I consider myself a more traditional beer person in those things. That like, I'm not trying to like shame anyone who gets into beer in weird ways. This is not in my wheelhouse of like every time I crack a beer, I want one of these.
Right.
But the first one, CHONK, good.
Yeah.
Brains, phenomenal.
Even better.
Like-
yeah, for sure.
And that's why I can't say I'm buying a 4-pack and always having it in my fridge.
Yeah.
But like, am I now gonna rethink every time I go to a bottle shop and I'm making a mixed 6-pack?
Right.
Am I gonna probably grab one and throw it in every time? Yeah, I think I might be.
Yeah.
Because it's like it just hits different.
And that's kind of where I was going to is it's not a main fridge
No.
for me. Is it a constant restock beer fridge?
Even I just got back to the CHONK and it's phenomenal.
Yeah. Is it a constant in the beer fridge? I don't know, but I would have a hard time walking by it without picking up a can. I think the Norway fits the same bill.
Yeah.
Is walking by, if I found some place that has it, I'm gonna grab a can or two, and they'll sit in the fridge, and they may sit there for
A little bit.
a couple weeks or whatever until I got some sit down time or whatever. But that is not beer. That is like a low ABV cocktail or something.
Do you know what I just realized? The CHONK?
Yeah.
Man,
Is there more in there?
I don't think so. There's thick.
Oh, okay, no.
I honestly, I start my tailgates usually because we're there in the morning. I start with a mimosa.
Yeah. You
give me this-
Oh my god!
you give me
that's
this-
what it is. That's
This is a brunch beer.
You give me this
yes,
CHONK instead,
Yes.
dude.
Yeah.
Money.
That's
And it's probably less booze technically.
Yeah. What 7?
7.2.
7.2 and a mimosa.
So yeah, then less.
Dude,
than
this is I'm
switching it out. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so that it's perfect.
Right?
As a brunch beer.
oh dude, I would drink this orange marshmallow
Well, and
CHONK.
you're gonna have a glass of it. It's
Yes.
You're mellow.
Like I just think about we were at in Seattle at Portage Bay, like Leslie orders these big French toast. Like, dude, imagine French toast and a CHONK.
Yeah.
Like
It's like having a glass.
throw
of
some
OJ.
strawberries on your French toast and whew.
Mm.
Love it.
All right. Your glasses then. We got more, Thor?
Oh, he never fridged it.
Oh yeah. What do you got?
I am in the same vein as you guys. This, full disclosure to everyone, I thought this was going to be a funny episode, but we had some epiphanies.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
We might not go back to light beers. That's a lie.
Just
that's
kidding.
a lie.
Wow.
but
Wow. Whew.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
It's good.
It's good, not that good. But yes. But this also changed my mind. Like all good stories, the protagonist went through a journey of profound understanding and new knowledge. I am not going to dump on Sunday and Smoothie
No.
sours
No.
from now on. I'm gonna, if I see one crop up in the single can section,
Oh, it's a grabber.
I'm gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
I better try this.
Yeah.
I had a wonderful experience, and I would just like to say thank you to Drekker for giving us this experience. I would like to thank Norway.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
NORWHEY for giving this experience. For what was supposed to be kind of a funny episode of Weird Beers.
The weird beers become one of the better.
This weird science that
Yeah.
these modern potent potable makers are doing is amazing. I'm going to finish this glass of sorry, I might be a little drunk. Mountain Berry, Norway. I'm going to self cheers. Thank you.
All right.
I would fridge it if I could find it.
Yeah.
I
But,
think that's
but
exactly
obviously,
where we're at.
can't really find it.
Challenge accepted. Oh, the Norway?
Any of these.
Drekker.
Anything.
If I saw these in there, I would
This-
put them
this-
in my
I'll text you the next time I go to
This
Pete's.
is all going to be in the fridge in the damn cave.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, and once I own it, it'll be better. Anyway, our glasses are now empty.
Yep.
Hopefully yours are too. We will see you next time. Holy shit, those were tasty.
Those were tasty.
That was shocking.
I did not expect that.
That was
at all.
stunning. That was stunning. That was absolutely stunning. But I'm hedging my bets. By the time the LASIK needs to happen, they're just going to grow me new eyeballs. Put that
Oh,
shit in.
right. Well,
Go full cyberpunk.
I'll steal one of the eyeballs from my children.
There you go.
Is my plan.
If you've enjoyed what you just heard, make sure you subscribe to get the new episodes when they drop, and don't forget to leave us a review. If you want to know what we're drinking when we're not on the pod, you can follow us on social media at ABR Review, and we'd love to hear from you with any beer suggestions for us to review. Cheers.